Hello and welcome to Breathe and Feel on 10/10/22. It just so happens to be as I look at the clock. So let's just first get started by taking a nice deep breath, a breath of relief, of relaxation, and really a breath of decompression. So make sure you're good and comfortable. If you need to wiggle, move, adjust a pillow, just do it now so that really you can truly let go. So you can just fully surrender, let your body surrender into the earth, the bed, the pillows, the chair. And you can just mentally and emotionally, in every level, surrender and relax. And today, since I did happen to mention the date, we're going to be moving some energies as always. But what's really presenting is there's a big amplification happening right now, as there always is. But the energies are particularly amplified. But this will serve listening anytime, really. But truly, what we want to do today is release, resolve, and dissolve some of the survival energies and kind of breaking down some of those perceptional barriers that keep that really beautiful, intense, high vibration energy from flowing with ease and grace. So today might be a little bit more of a high energy experience for you, but you never know. It's always different for all of us. And what I find is when I have these very vibrant, expansive, amplified experiences, that instead of maybe my body feeling super relaxed, it feels a little bit more like a hoverboard, but a light one. So light and speedy, like a spaceship, you could say. And then as the energies integrate through the body, then comes that feeling of melting inside, that inward kind of melting, decompressing. So if you have a high vibing experience today, you might find yourself melting into it for a while. All right, so with that, we will begin. So once again, bring your awareness down into your belly. Let's really break the barrier here again, perceivable barrier between heaven and earth, between form and formless. And in our physical bodies, that really is in the solar plexus area. You could say the diaphragm. So draw that breath all the way down deep into your diaphragm today, even if it feels a little tight, sticky, stucky. Let's just really breathe in. To start with, we're going to move some energy first so we can create some space. So draw a nice deep breath in several times. And if you're feeling tense at all, it can help to really breathe all the way in and fill up your lungs and then hold it for a few seconds or more. And then slowly exhale, and almost like a tire letting out pressure, just feeling that softening begin to happen with your muscles, your body, and your mind. So we'll take one or two more really nice deep breaths today just to consciously traverse that pretend barrier between heaven and earth and say, you know what? We're not playing that game anymore. I know that those walls aren't real. And we're going to move back and forth, up and down, in and out, expansive, divine, overview to focused human. We're going to move back and forth with ease. We're going to allow this perceptional wall, this little portal, to open and open and open until it becomes a nice big portal, until your whole body really is that big, beautiful portal of light that it truly is. Going all the way down into the belly. So let's breathe again, even more deeply down into the lower abdomen. And release. And then let's really to feel that portal, that central energy channel, breathing all the way down into the root area. So really breathe into your pelvis, pelvic girdle, sacrum, tailbone, just like you're filling them up. And just and start to feel that energy moving in your body with those nice deep breaths. Sort of like when you relax in Shavasana after a yoga class or going for a walk, we get that blood flowing, and then the relaxation is that much sweeter. And let's take the breath now all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. Just drinking in that heavenly light, you could say, heavenly breath, all the way down through the soles of your feet, whole body flushing, flowing, consciously moving the light, the energy through every cell, every fiber. From head to toe, one big, beautiful portal of light. And now just let that breath go. This is the relaxation part, the surrender. Your work is done. Good job. That wasn't too bad. So just go ahead and bring your awareness into your heart now. Just take a deep breath and right into your heart center, right into home. Home truly is where the heart is when you're in a body. So just relax into your heart, really as though you're falling into it, letting it embrace you. No work, no effort. Letting the breath now just be the breath, however deep, however shallow, however fast or slow, need not matter. Let's have absolutely no opinions right now about our breath. So the breath is the breath. The breath has a life of its own. Just like the body is the body, does all of its own breathing and healing. Let's just relax into that, feeling that sense of effortlessness. You have no job to do. The breath, the body, it's all being done for you right now. And with this automatic breath, the gift, this miracle, just bring your awareness fully into it without effort. It's as though you're a feather just landing in the body, and that feather is floating on the breeze, and that breeze is your breath. And as you simply float on your breath, with your breath, as your breath, letting that awareness completely merge as though you become one with your breath, again, simply by relaxing, letting your body and mind soften as you release all effort. And as you just let yourself relax into your breath, oh, such a safe, compassionate, easy, peaceful, effortless place in a life that can seem so busy and like so much work. Allow yourself to meld with this breath, letting it be your primary awareness as we continue on. So, my voice is secondary, even as we move through the body and whatever topics. Let that be secondary. Let everything that I share and even your other awarenesses be sort of in the periphery as you and your body and your breath are melded simply, easily, effortlessly. And with that breath, always, always, always in awareness, we realize, wow, it really becomes second nature. Really couldn't be any other way. So from here, we're going to come into the heart center, letting your awareness again rest in your heart. And of course, we are so expansive, so dynamic. We can be riding the breath and we can be in the heart and we can be somewhere else. It's actually amazing. But the most important thing is that you're not efforting at any or all of the that I mentioned. So just let your awareness drift along, follow along. There's no right, no wrong. So let's, right now, as you feel your breath, just truly coming into that sense of yourself, your real self. So right now, you have no opinions. Heck, you don't even have any perceptions per se, other than what your awareness is experiencing in this very millisecond right now, and right now, and right now. So there's not even a mental perception, concept, description. Let's let everything be nothing in this moment. And as you're here, you really start to go into more and more the beautiful spaciousness of your consciousness. And we're just letting those identities kind of move out, dissolve away. And when we're here, they just sort of dissolve into nothingness. So you have no identity. You have no problems right now. You don't even have, you have no good things or bad things. There's nothing coming up for you. There's nowhere to go, nowhere to be, nothing to become, nothing to do. For you're truly simply here to just rest in that natural state of beingness, which is pure being. So right now you have no definitions of yourself. You're not a female, you're not a male. You're not spiritual. You're not a daughter, mother, a parent, a child, a sibling. You're none of that. Just letting all of that dissipate and disappear as you have nothing, 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 nothing in this moment except for your breath. Just the beautiful, sweet ebb and flow, the absolutely reliable inhale and exhale, the automatic rise and fall of your chest, your belly. Nothing but nothing else except for you, your breath, and that beautiful, mysterious, undefinable, expansive awareness. And from here, we'll take our awareness into the forehead, the pineal and pituitary gland. Just let your awareness come into your forehead. Let your forehead begin to soften, relax, letting every muscle, every fiber just melt away. All those little tight muscles that give us little creases in our foreheads, we just, let that all melt and dissolve away. We need think of nothing now, so our beautiful brains can relax. So let's come right into the brain itself, right in the center of your forehead, even the back of the head, the back brain. And as that breath just flows, allow the brain, the tissues, the fibers to soften, soften, soften. Feel that breath, how it flows from head to toe, just letting the energy, the beautiful, pristine energies that are here for us today, we're going to start welcoming them in. There's a lot of very light, divine, feminine today to kind of help offset some of this amplification. So as we go through the body, just relax. Again, letting my words be secondary. Just let them kind of flow through, permeate through your being. You don't need to intellectualize them or think about them at all. The energies are kind of coming through with the words, and all of our combined presence is a beautiful amplifier and softener. So just let those energies permeate on their own as you kick back and relax. And from our heads now, let's go up to the very top, the crown. And we're just going to let this area soften and open on its own. You can even bring your awareness up a little above your head. You may find your eyes want to flicker upward as your brain goes into theta. If this happens, just relax and let it happen. This is where we really let go of control and needing to, we'll say letting the mind worry too much about the body. And as we go into this today, actually, another heads up I was given as we flush some of these energies, as your body relaxes more and more. Don't be surprised if the body wants to do a little shaking, a little flickering, little movement, and let's just let it be okay as we're flushing and clearing the decks. So from the top of your head now, just letting it open and open and open. For this, we'll call it openness of you is always here. You are always this expansive consciousness, I will say never ending space of all that is. Yet the mind gets so constricted and has had so many filters that we don't often feel it. We're just not aware of it. We're not able to sense it as clearly. And so, as you allow your crown to open and open, just take a breath and let these beautiful, pristine energies come in through the top of your head, letting you, as the portal, open up, relaxing open, and letting you, your source consciousness, these beautiful, crystalline, pristine energies start to flow through, right down through, once again, your forehead, the front of the brain, middle of the brain, and the back of your brain, just like a massage. And then letting these energies flow down through your face, face softening, relaxing all the muscles in your eyes, your jaw, cheekbones, letting your tongue soften in your mouth, down through your neck and your throat. And just relaxing now down from your throat into your shoulders, all the way down into your heart center again. And just let that heart continue to soften and soften. Let it open sweetly, softly, expanding through the lungs and the rib cage, right through your shoulders, your arms and your hands. And let's let this beautiful source consciousness, let's let you merge right down through the body now. So maybe taking a little breath again if you feel called, and just merging from your heart down through your solar plexus, letting yourself merge. You, the human, are letting you, the light body, merge. So you're letting it happen and you're doing it all at the same time, which is so beautiful. So as you merge down through the solar plexus, just letting this beautiful powerhouse of survival, let it open and open, amplify, lighting up, kind of like a solar flare coming to Earth from the central sun. Your source consciousness has just melded through your body and it's hitting that solar plexus, the physical, carnal, earthly level. So let's just let it merge in, lighting up, amplifying, radiating. And with every single breath, feel how your solar plexus just opens more and more on the inhales. And let it open on the exhales, softening, expanding, growing. As we go into this time of rebirth, sometimes these areas of the body physically grow as well, and we fill up with this beautiful light. And it's really just realigning even our physical bodies for us and all the energies we have embodied. So let's just let that belly fill up. And let the solar plexus merge down now through the sacral chakra. So your lower abdomen, just let it roll and meld down into your sacrum, your tailbone, your pelvic bone. And once again, on each inhale, feeling this lower body open and expand. And on the exhales, feeling it open and expand. And we're going to take this down now, merging all the way down to the root chakra, all the way below your pubic bone. Relaxing into this area of the body, so often disconnected, so often not as open as the rest of the upper body. So let's just gently merge down all the way, even feeling this root area through your hips, your upper thighs, letting it open up and lighten up, letting heaven on earth mean even our earthly chakras, our earthly levels, the lower areas of our physical body, even letting these areas become lighter and lighter and lighter. For living on earth doesn't mean we have to be heavy, doesn't mean we have to be dense, it doesn't mean we have to be carnal. So we're redefining, you could say, relearning how light we can be all the way through the body. So as you just really meld into the root once again, letting it open, soften, and expand with every inhale. And letting it open, soften, and expand with the exhales. Letting the energy move with fluidity, feeling the spaciousness, an area that sometimes feels like a rock. Probably for all of us at one time, this area of the body felt like a big, dense ball of lead. But now let's let it be spacious, just like our hearts. Let this open. And as we are merging deeper into the bodies, bringing our pure source light as well as any light body integrations, it kind of all happens at once, most of the time, or all the time. Just letting that merge continue down now. Nice light flow like a river. Let it merge down from your hips, down through your thighs, your upper legs, all the way down through your knees. Let your knees soften and open, front and back. And then down through your legs, the calves and the shins, all the way down through your ankles, into your heels and the soles of your feet and your toes as well. And now let's just feel this almost like a heaviness, not a dense heaviness, but feeling your legs and feet fill up, and fill up. Just like they're filling up with liquid light right now. And let's let this light body go beyond any physical form. So let this filling up be this giant portal. So feeling your body as a whole, as this light of you continues to merge in, to pour in, to swirl in. Let that swirl go from well above your head, all the way through your body, well below your feet, and all around you, filling up the room and quite easily going well beyond the room that you're in, possibly the whole building and the whole city block. Let's just let this swirl amplify, radiate, And let's let it be as free and uncontrolled as it is. And as this beautiful vortex is just swirling like a tornado that clears everything in its path, swirling and swirling and swirling and automatically absorbing anything that is polarized. This is such a beautiful, beautiful way to go because although our presence does the work for us, this is amplification and we'll call it a little bit of a shortcut. And of course, why not take all the shortcuts we can get here? So let's feel this swirl, this amplification, this portal, this vortex, and let's just go ahead and let it speed up, and continue to open up, amplify, radiate, and expand. And let's not have any thought, idea, or notion of what it should feel like. Let's let it feel how it feels. You could listen to this recording 10 times and it's going to feel different every single time. And it's perfect. Exactly whatever you're feeling right now is perfect for you in this moment. And let's just take a breath, do a quick body scan. We're going to stay in this vortex of purification. Take a breath though, and just release any tense muscles, any tight muscles. If anything has tensed up, contracted, just consciously taking a breath and letting it release. Let your body soften, decompress. As the high pressure meets the low pressure, a lot of times it exacerbates areas of holding in the body. So you may find areas, you probably already know, areas that you consciously release again and again, where the energy just gets a little stuck. So let's not even let that be a problem. I can say I still have certain areas of blockage, we'll call it, in the body that I've had for a decade. And that's okay because the whole body, your whole body, every cell, every fiber, every particle is speeding up and speeding up and speeding up and speeding up constantly. So it's not that these areas of blockage have, there's a problem, like problem we haven't solved. It's really just that everything is accelerating so fast. And that's a beautiful, divine miracle. So just taking another breath and relaxing into it. Bringing your awareness into your body as a whole and just letting the energies do the work for you. We're going to let them continue to amplify, expand, radiate, purify, divinitize. And I'm going to let you rest here for several breaths just to feel what you feel and be in awareness without needing to put any labels, definitions, or anything upon what you're experiencing, just to be in the everlasting now of the experience. And as you just continue to stay with your breath, surrendering more and more and more into your body, not worrying at this point if you even fall asleep or stay awake or if you have to fidget or not, letting it be perfect each and every time, no matter what it is. Right now, bring your attention back into your heart center. Just feeling the sweetness, the sweet compassion, the safety. Oh, feeling the love of the whole universe right here. An endless supply of love, an endless pool of love. And let's let this heart center, this portal, open up all on its own. Just kind of melts open. And let's let it melt downward back into the solar plexus, starting to melt again. Any perceivable barriers. So, any areas you sense in your body. These little survival walls, barriers, shackles. And we're just going to relax down into our solar plexus again, letting that heart energy flow downward, just like a love wash, letting it flow into your belly. Relaxing into your solar plexus. And let's just go ahead and welcome forth, we'll say, these survival energies that have been somewhat peeking their head up. They've been, you've been feeling them and sensing them. Let's welcome them up to really unveil right now, to really come forward, to really, yell at us, to give us what they got. And just feeling what you feel for a moment. And now, let's just go ahead and acknowledge these energies. Hey, you know what? In the old paradigm, pretty much everything was unsafe. Having children was unsafe. It made you vulnerable, made you and the ones you love vulnerable. More love meant more people that could die. Holy moly. Let's just acknowledge how completely unsafe everything felt when we believed that we were just a body, when we were experiencing life through the mind's perception rather than our perception as creator. When even the mind was so tightly woven and ingrained that we experienced physical harm in a very real and visceral way, rather than in a more expansive way. So let's welcome up the pain, the fear of pain, the fear of suffering, the fear of people, of loved ones, the fear of the ones that don't love us and are going to hurt us, and the fear of those we do love, because of course they might betray us, they might abandon us, they might be the one that then gets killed and then we're all alone. I mean, in the old way of survival, pretty much every scenario is one to be feared and to cause pain and suffering. The perception of pain and suffering. So, we got a lot of stuff there. So let's welcome our families right now. We've got Yeshua, Kuan Yin, Mary, Magdalene, Paramahansa Yogananda. We've got a whole team and more, just to name a few. Let's welcome them. Gabrielle. Let's welcome them. They want to come and get up close and personal with us because we have called forth our transcendence. We have claimed our right to liberation from fear, and that is to be celebrated. So let's welcome them to put their hands of light, or heck, they can lay their hearts of light if they like, right on our solar plexus, right in those carnal levels. We'll say the lower areas or anywhere. Heck, guys, you know what? I know you're safe. You're the true family. You're the true family, the eternal family. And that I know will never, ever, ever, ever let me down. So go ahead and wrap me up, hug me, put your hands of light on me, and help absorb some of this energy right here, right now. And let's just relax into it, feeling what we feel, letting that vortex of love now be extra, extra amplified with all this love and all this support, all this lightness. And just feeling how our lower bodies begin to lighten up, brighten up. Whew, and they might be swirling, they might be pulsing, they might even temporarily feel a little intense. Let's relax into any intensity and even welcome it. Like, hey, I am ready to be done with this. Nothing like a good bath, a good love wash. So now let's just go ahead and thank them. Thanks, guys. Hey, they're like, if you need me, just call. And I call on them a lot to just help move energies. I'm still the one directing it, but always remember, we've got all these helpers and they really want to play with you. They want to be involved, and it's a lot more fun on both ends. Or maybe there's no separation between us after all. Maybe they're all just extensions of ourselves, right? So, becoming your own best friend, facilitator, playmate, and this is the type of thing I do quite often. So, now that they've helped to lighten the load a little bit, we don't want to leave these places and spaces, we'll say, lacking, deflated. We've been decompressing, releasing, deflating that tire. So let's fill it up. So we'll welcome back right now all of the light, all of the soul fragments, all of the energy, all of the consciousness that you've given away to survival, to these fears. Every time you've given your power away, every time we've reacted and embodied emotion, we've given a little particle of our consciousness, we've had it split off. So we'll welcome back right now all of your soul fragments, facets, all your energy cleared and purified. And let's once again just let that whole body, however you perceive it now, let your whole body begin to fill up, fill up, fill up. And you know what? All parts and pieces of me, guess what? All these beautiful characters, creations, I honor you. I honor you. And I'm so appreciative of what you went through. Whew, dang, that whole survival, that whole scary fear journey. Man, thank you so much for doing that. I am so glad I don't have to do that in this lifetime. But now I know who I am. So I don't need to be afraid of love. I can love everyone to the utmost and beyond. And you know what? If somebody leaves, I know that they never left. Their consciousness is always with me. Now, I understand they're going to evolve and change form, but you know what? So are the people in my life. They're going to evolve and change form. They might switch identities in this very lifetime, and I'm always evolving, and I'm whole and complete within myself. So I need not worry anymore. So these fears just are no longer relevant. The fear of death no longer pertains to me. The fear of suffering, well, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Let's just look at the fear of suffering. Well, now at this point on my journey, I know that 99% of the suffering, if not more, is really of the mind and ego. It's a perception. And the fear of the body, that's a sticky one, even if it's 1%. What about that fear of pain in the body? All the lifetimes, maybe, that we got burned alive, dragged through the mud, left out in the elements. Well, you know what? Right now, I'm at a point on my journey where I'm wide awake and I'm no longer playing in duality. This is my life of integration. So I'm not stepping into any more funky business. So, first of all, I know that I'm not this body. I'm not killable. I'm not harmable. And the perception of pain ends with the mind. It just belongs to the mind. When I leave this form, it's gone. When I transcend the mind, it's gone, like a movie, without any feeling, without the feeling of pain. So that's a beautiful thing to know. But let's also fully acknowledge how far we've come on our journey. I'm awakened. I'm no longer playing in a karmic paradigm. I kill you, you kill me. I torture you, you torture me, back and forth, life after life. That's just not going to happen in this lifetime because I have commanded all of my lifetimes null and void. All vows, contracts, and agreements are null and void. I'm done. I'm not winning any battles. I'm stepping beyond battles, beyond duality. And now I'm not trying to survive because it's the very survival that was getting me killed. Funny enough, it's the very survival that kept me into getting into those situations. So now that I have handed my life, my health, my enlightenment, my money, my whole world over to my true self, my I am that I am, my soul, my essence, now that my creator self is truly in charge, you could say, and I'm not trying to control and survive, I'm the safest I've ever been. This may be the one lifetime where I need not even worry about suffering. And let's take a breath of relief with that. You have transcended the need to suffer. So let's welcome back once again all those suffering facets and aspects. Let's welcome back all of their light. Cleared and purified. It's safe here now. In fact, it's not the here and now that is safe, although we live in a time that is more safe, more progressive. And there are many millions of us who have woken up and are living in this safety beyond duality. But I am the safe universe for you to come home to now. I am my own universe, my own reality. So, welcome home. Let's let all those beautiful sufferers, all the ones who, oh goodness, we're in such survival. Let's just let them all come home now. And we'll let them trickle in. They'll be trickling in for a while in our dreams, in various times, as they have been for us all. But some of these stubborn ones are going to come home, and we're just going to remember it's different now. It's okay. I'm safe. And my whole life, my safety is in the hands of the universe, in the hands of the I am. They're in my hands, my real hands, not the human, mental, ego hands, but truly, I've handed it over. I've surrendered to myself. And all of me, every part, every piece, every facet, whether it's my body, my mind, these identities, my finances, my health, my home, my car, they're all in the hands of love now. That's it. Everything I am, everything I own, I hand it over. Here you go, into the hands of love. And so it is. And just coming back into your breath, letting yourself breathe and feel. Relaxing even more deeply into the hands of love. Truly, everything that we've covered has been the hands of love, the portal of light, melding into the body, relaxing into the heart, flushing through the body. It's as though you've been just immersed and melded with, of, and as the hands of love. So breathe and feel, relaxing a little more into yourself. And as we leave this space tonight, I'm not going to I'll be simply ending it quietly. So in case you might be sleeping or really relaxed, you can stay where you're at. But I'll close with this. As these parts integrate, the ones who have felt the most suffering, the most amount of fear and resistance and fear of love, man, they don't always come home without a little bit of a ruffle in their feather. So as we move out of this space and you go about your day, your life, your days, as any fears pipe up, any voices, any stories, any what ifs, any worries, let's just go ahead and hand them over, put them in the hands of love, and feel your breath and your presence. And as you feel your breath and your presence, that is letting that hand of love hold them. It's one and the same. So, as you rest into the hands of love right now, just know at any time, any thought, any feeling, any fear, you can take a breath, feel your presence. And it's the same as feeling the hands of love within you, throughout you, of you, and as you, holding you. So, thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I wish you absolutely the most ease and effortlessness as all these energies continue and continue and continue to realign for us, to complement us, and to bring us into greater states of peace and joy and so much more. Namaste.